από τον 0 from 0 to 2000. We decided to present them all together, but we can split in two easily. For example, first give the first 20 and then give the next number. Okay, and this is practically the end of the first unit, the first thematic unit. The second unit that I have worked is μετακινήσεις, ταξίδια, transports and traveling. Πού είμαστε?
Perhaps you could mention the topics and thematic units that we are supposed to cover.
Yes, market, transports, services, public and other basic services, going out to order food or drink, and a last topic would be cultural spots, basic cultural spots of Thessaloniki.
You want to show something from the educational material?
Yes, I will.
The question, in the previous slide, you had the numbers. Have you decided to translate in which language?
No.
No, they remain.
It is the Arabic digits, the digits that everybody uses, and the numbers.
And the numbers in Greek. And do they have any words in their language
yes.
for the pronunciations of the?
That's why I said
of the Greek language?
I'll bring the graphics right now.
otherwise,
Yeah.
May I ask something?
Yes.
For which refugees is this guide addressed to?
For what nationalities you mean?
No, for
Adults.
Yeah, refugees are living in the cities or refugees are living in the sites?
No, we're talking about refugees who are in a particular city here now. We're talking about refugees living in Thessaloniki, that's why it's so targeted, okay? Sorry? In the camps. In the
not in the camps.
Not in the camps.
The neighborhood of the camp is different than the neighborhood.
We have other needs. The refugees
That-
in the camps here have other needs.
Are they expected to live in the camps for the rest of their lives?
Who knows?
In Lebanon, they are already 35 years living there.
We're not, yeah. well,
Yes, but they
Lebanon is a
can
different
visit
country.
the nearby towns.
There
These
is
people are
there is
already-
a plan. There is a plan now. There is a plan now that the Kerso camp is will be evacuated, and they making a new camp in Horigi. And the next village there is 40 kilometers. So these people, it's a very brand new and very good organized camp. But these people, now they will come first. 1,000 Yazidi from the Petra Olympic camp to stay for the winter, but this camp is out of any kind of civilization.
Okay, let me say something. Whatever we do as a language promotion project is a political decision. If you decide to publish, to give them a guide that is actually giving them the reality of a village or of an excluded and secluded area, it is as if you are telling them you're excluded and this is what you're supposed to be educated on being able to live in this exclusion. Now, I understand that they may not live in Thessaloniki, okay? But this is also the fact that we are presenting Thessaloniki is an advertisement of the fact that Thessaloniki is actually contributing to this project, okay? And we are representing the city here as university. So we're not saying that these people are going to live in Thessaloniki, but we are telling them that you're welcome to live in any Greek city or town, and in case you decide to do that, you're going to see those things. In case you decide to live in a village, not in the mountainous area somewhere, nobody knows where, in case you live in a village where you're going to see elements of this city life, but not the particular city life. However, by giving them this, you are telling them you can hope, you can aspire to live this kind of life in the country that you have chosen or you have not chosen to come. But this is what we can offer you.
Yeah, in one option, yeah, you get right. But the other thing is the reality in the camp. These people who don't have money, if they see.
You don't want them to keep them in the count, isn't that so?
Yeah.
Yes,
of
the
course,
country,
but
the
the
state,
situation
the
on-
government does not want to keep them in the
I know,
count.
but the situation for them is now like this, and they don't know when.
We
how
don't
many
know, but
times-
can you tell them that? Can you tell them we don't know when you made like it here? So let us see what there is in the count.
If I can add something here, we can add some more information or photos or some videos here concerning their movement or their way from the camp to the nearest.
We're giving that to the next
To the nearest town or village, or so we can join the camp with the nearest village or town and with the city of Thessaloniki in case that there will be a bus that will take the refugees, some refugees from your camp to Thessaloniki to see the monuments of Thessaloniki. Is it?
Yes, I said, my point was that we should consider also this psychology. You know, this situation.
I know very well, I understand what you
presenting them markets and.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
Yeah, but
clear.
these people are already in the markets. We have seen them buying shops in the things in the Laiki
Of
market.
course, but not,
So
not
they are
all.
here and they are welcome more and more.
I know, not all of them. The money,
May I interfere? My suggestion is, you're right. I believe that the best thing is to collaborate, discuss it through Skype or afterwards, in order to reform all this material. Could be reformed, could be as it is. Congratulations, it's a very, very nice book. I mean, the project regards creating the material and afterwards adjusting it to the actual situation, because the situation is liquid. It moves, it changes all the time. And that is we have reform actions and evaluation actions. So it could start like that and it could change afterwards. So that is the main process. So after 2 years, could be this or could be something else.
Yeah, of course.
Okay? But the thing is, yeah, no.
Breaking my personal
The good thing,
experience.
the job is in the camp. The situation now is this, but somehow afterwards it will change. Life changes all the time. So the good thing is that we have, you know each other. We could collaborate on anything and material.
If you allow me just to finish with
Okay.
this and I'll let go
Because we are running out of time.
Just to answer this question, how these people are going to cope with words like "somi" if they don't know anything about the alphabet. So at the same time, we present them the basic sounds and the letter representation in modern Greek. We start the phonetical representation. We start with the vowels of modern Greek, and we use Greek names as examples because we suppose that Greek names are easily recognizable by people who already have spent some time in this country. They would have heard the name Maria or Kostas or Nikos or Yannis, so these words are familiar even if they don't speak any Greek at all. And we use first Greek names to present the vowel sounds, and then we use an example of the shopping list and products to present the consonant sounds. So everything is explained using the International Phonetical Alphabet, which we suppose that a literate person can recognize, even if they don't speak English or French or other languages, they would recognize these international phonetical sounds. And we repeat the same products that we used at the other material. So now they are given extra help to pronounce these words and to read them in the Greek language. And again, this is the alphabet presented in the alphabetical order now, with similar examples, names and products. And this is a drill to read the false friends. These are words that are pronounced similarly. There, the instructor could help. It would be nice to have the verbe de faire les paires minimales.
Yeah, the minimum pairs. So we have
added some minimal.
But the transcription ID, the phonetic transcription.
Could be, yes. And here it is transwriting from capital to small and from small to capital. And then this is a phonetical exercise, and then we go on to dialogues that can be produced in the shops, ordering first phrases and the quantities, and then dialogues in each one of the spots that we have been before. I'll just finish with this first unit to show you some of the practice we have thought about all these. Match icons with the products, yes, and put the products below each icon, each shop. Match numbers with the names of the numbers. Put the quantities from less to more, and circle the right answer for each question. Questions and answers all come from the dialogues that have been presented above. So similarly, the second unit goes on, but this is the basic idea. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Because I see again this outcome is welcoming refugees in Thessaloniki, and we will have to translate it also in Italian. I really want to understand the use of this product, also us being a partner in this project. Is it expected from us to create a guide for Palermo?
Similar different, or you can have an idea of part and you take your own.
Because here I have other questions, because we are not language teachers, although we have a strong partnership with the university, the School of Italian for Foreigners. But it's then another project for us to develop and come up with the outcome. The thing we were thinking as our organization to create one big welcome guide for new arrivals, to create a city map, an alternative one, to show them where they can get educational support, legal support. After presenting, of course, the general situation, and then giving them this contact points of the organizations they work also voluntarily.
That's the main thing.
But then it's totally different.
Yeah, no. It could overlap. But the thing is, basically, the welcome guide is communication. I go to a shop, I go to an agency, I go to an educational center, I can say a few things, I can talk about it, I can communicate. So it's basic survival guide on a new country. So
We should use this microphone because this is Logo is listening to us, so let's use this one near to the microphone, please.
Καλησπέρα σας, θα πω κανονικά. Σας ευχαριστούμε.
Okay, speaking of well, we're talking about the welcome guide. The welcome guide, the main idea of the welcome guide is to have mainly communicative actions and situations for the refugees, children and adults, so they can communicate with each other and they can communicate with the local community, with the local people. Basic stuff, basic linguistic stuff, and also to know a few things about the area they are living in, like where am I, like a map or something, so they can communicate with each other, understand the place they are living in, the environment, and so on. Well, the actual use of the welcome guide is to get them so as to participate in the training courses. So that's the main thing. They have this welcome guide, they understand that someone will create some courses, some training courses on language and computers or other vocational material, vocational skills, and they will also feel welcomed in a country that is unknown to them. they don't know the area, they don't know the place, they don't know where they are, and also they don't know how to go to a shop, buy a few things, or go to a certain service. Okay? Something like that. Is it clear? Okay.
Yes, I agree with that, but I wonder, because I suppose our position, as you said this morning, is not to have a touch with the past and the present and the future. If we don't have to have us some remainder of present account and the past in their former country. Because we actually we cut out.
It's a good idea. It's a good idea. Yeah. I think that we're lucky enough to have Yorgos, who is very close to the hotspots and familiar with the language and the situation there. And as Zolik said, we can connect the previous culture, or we can understand the culture in order to connect them with our own. So we will come close to them, understand their profiles, and get from their profiles the things that they will be useful for them in order to be adjusted to this environment. So the situation is connection between them. Understand them so they can understand us.
Yeah, because for the teachers and for the trainers, we have to
make sure.
Make them understand. Make understand the teachers and the educators. As you said, that we have to take in account their background. And with pictures only from Thessaloniki or Marseille, outside their culture, I wonder how to teach the teachers with this kind of posture.
Position.
No.
Can you elaborate? Can you say more?
Yes. Because
I want to speak in French.
In French, you sure?
Yeah.
For all? Okay. Merci. Oui, non, je pense que
il faut le faire parce qu'il y a un autre nom pour
je crois que la nouveauté de ce travail, c'est véritablement, en tout cas pour la France, pour ici, je ne sais pas, mais en France, la prise en compte de la culture des parents, et pas seulement pour les réfugiés, mais aussi pour les autres enfants, mais la culture des parents est niée, n'est pas prise en compte. Je crois que là, cette fois-ci, c'est bien plus grave pour des réfugiés que pour des enfants grecs ou français. Là, ce sont des enfants avec des crises, des souffrances psychologiques. Et il me semble qu'il faut absolument que ces matériaux-là fassent une rupture par rapport à ce qui existe, c'est-à-dire demander vraiment aux professeurs, aux éducateurs, de discuter avec les enfants réfugiés de ce qu'ils vivent, de ce qu'ils ont vécu et de l'apport de leur connaissance. Voilà, prendre en compte leur connaissance.
Αυτό που είναι καινούργιο ουσιαστικά σε όλη την ιστορία και αυτό που θα πρέπει να πούμε και στους καθηγητές που πρόκειται να λάβουν δράση είναι ότι θα πρέπει να έχουν μία ρήξη σε όλο αυτό που έχουν κάνει. Δηλαδή αυτό δεν έχει καμία σχέση με το ότι έχουν διδάξει μέχρι στιγμής, γιατί πρέπει να λάβουν υπόψη τους σίγουρα την κουλτούρα των γονέων, το τι περνάνε, δηλαδή σίγουρα πρέπει να εστιάσουμε σε αυτούς τους ανθρώπους, στις ανάγκες τους ουσιαστικά και στο background τους. Πρέπει να δώσουμε σημασία σε αυτό.
Comment est-ce que nous pouvons prendre en compte leur culture dans un guide? C'est difficile parce que c'est une guide pour la bienvenue à un pays qui est différent, oui, mais en même temps, ses parents et ses enfants viennent pas d'un pays, mais beaucoup de pays. c'est Syrie, c'est Irak, mais les différents.
Alors,
Τα έλεγα και ο πώς μπορούμε ουσιαστικά να λάβουμε υπόψη τον πολιτισμό, ας πούμε, σε ένα πρόγραμμα όταν έχουμε και διαφορετικές κουλτούρες. Γιατί πρακτικά, ας πούμε, στο πρόγραμμα, πώς μπορεί να γίνει αυτό πράξη.
Non, je crois que c'est pas très difficile. La culture, il faudrait, bien sûr, c'est compliqué, les questions culturelles, mais là, sur le guide, il y a l'alimentation, les commerces, les transports. En réalité, c'est presque pareil dans les autres pays. Donc simplement, la photo va être différente, mais je crois que justement, ça peut être aussi quelque chose d'important pour les enfants de montrer que d'où ils viennent, mais ça ne veut pas dire un commerce de Syrie, un commerce de Kurdistan, un commerce d'Éthiopie, mais une ou deux photos parce que c'est pas très différent.
Δηλαδή θέλετε να συμπεριλάβετε ουσιαστικά που καταλάβατε λίγο πολύ στον οδηγό αυτό και κάποιες φωτογραφίες από τα ίδια τα μέρη του για να υπάρχει αυτό η σύνδεση με το από πού ήρθαν και στο πού πάνε, αυτό το πέρασμα ουσιαστικά.
Je pense que le système me paraît intéressant, mais en effet, peut-être qu'il faudrait donc démarrer par quelque chose de commun et ensuite pour que ça soit transférable. Parce que les photos que vous montrez en France, ça ne va pas vraiment marcher. Donc il y a un démarrage commun dans ce guide. Et ensuite, on transfère, on décline au niveau de chacun des pays, ce qui n'exclut pas d'ailleurs de montrer ce qui se passe. L'intérêt aussi de ce dispositif, c'est de dire voilà, en Grèce, ce que vous avez vu voir, nous, c'est un peu différent. Et peut-être partir d'un point commun. Voilà. Et d'autre part, si j'ai bien compris, il y a deux choses à croiser. Il y a la dimension âge niveau. Ces photos-là, je ne sais pas à quel niveau vous l'avez. Le premier, c'est quel âge?
L'âge,
c'est pour les adultes, ça, voilà, peut-être décliné, donc il y a deux choses, il y a décliné en termes de contenu, et il y a décliné aussi en termes d'âge, de niveau.
Είναι ουσιαστικά που θα πρέπει να γίνει ουσιαστικά ο διαχωρισμός. Όλοι μιλάμε γαλλικά, αλλά δεν το κάνουμε σχόλιο. Ναι, στα ελληνικά δεν είναι. Yes. Okay. That we have to have a differentiation concerning the age. For example, this material is based on the needs of the adults only. So we don't expect younger children to use this material. So this one is only for them. So Jean-Luc and Michel just said that we have to differentiate our material based on the needs and the difference of those people, meaning that it has to be a rupture between what we did before and we have to start something new. And this is something new that is going to be evaluated as well by the national agency. This shift between Greek, English and French is giving me, I'm telling you. Può fare un pasticcio. Ma adesso stai nel caino, Okay, just to
I think what Jean-Luc said is that we should try to make a bridge between the Greek culture and their culture, whatever that culture may be. So let's say if it's Arabic culture we're talking about, we should try to include in this material, which is for adults, let's say photographic material that also comes from their own context, so that we can show them that where they are is not so much different from where they came from, and there are some things that are common.
And we are expecting their difference, and that we are expecting that they are different. Yes.
Exactly, that was the point, and Michelle told it that in the education, what we do, because we have only Greek kids at school, they have, of course, different. They vary the family status and everything. So what we do to make it in a group, we see what we have in common. This is what the teacher does in the classroom. So the same could be also here. We want next year to integrate these children to the Greek educational system. So, culture, language is a quarter of culture. So what of my experience only, notice that every day I'm learning at least one or two words that in Arabic and Greek are the same. Even Greek words in Arabic language or vice versa. And there is a list, I started a list, and it is enriched every day. So, and there are things of culture, like the food. We have the same food. This is and the same names for fruits, for vegetables, or everything. This is amazing. This is amazing. So I think this would be a very good starting point. And culture, kalam. Okay, kalam. This is the pen. Yeah. A lot of things. Kitab is the book. Deftar. Deftar.
So we should start from something in common that we have.
Something in common, yeah. Karocha, tenjera. It's crazy. It's crazy how many. And proverbs, yeah, speeches, the same. What we say, if the prophet doesn't go to the mountain goes to the prophet. We have exactly the same in Arabic, of course. So this would be a very good, yeah, Muhammad. Exactly. It's. I think that this would be a very good thing to start with.
If you allow me something to from our experience in the School of Modern Greek Language, we have had Arabian students for years now, not refugees, people who come to study in Greek universities, and they come at their early 20s, and when they arrive in the country, they are completely lost as far as the language is concerned. But our experience tells us that very soon they perfectly adjust to the culture because of these similarities. So we are somehow lucky that the cultures are so similar, and maybe we don't need to over-exaggerate the similarities, because the similarities are obvious among the Arabic and the Greek culture. I'm not sure about the other cultures, the Italian, the French, or Northern Europe, but this is an advantage that we have, and we know that we have.
It's the Mediterranean.
And that's why we started the choice of Italy and France, just because we encounter the same problem. So let's be united in order to confront this refugee subject problem. I don't know.
Je voulais aussi dire une chose par rapport nous en France on s'est rendu compte qu'il faut que les familles aussi autorisent les enfants à apprendre. Parce que si les familles ne sont pas prises en compte, et nous avons par exemple des problèmes. Le pays en France c'est la laïcité, donc c'est une séparation de l'État, et avec la multiculturalité, les personnes qui sont religieuses par exemple parfois comprennent mal, lisent mal, comprennent mal ce que c'est que la laïcité. Et donc, elles considèrent qu'il y a opposition pure, et parfois, on a du mal à convaincre, pour des enfants qui ne sont pas toujours dans les milieux en difficulté, mais on a beaucoup de mal à convaincre les parents qui doivent aussi soutenir